So are you doing timer then?
Yep.
Okay. All right, ready? Okay. Has anybody out there thought, how do I accomplish my dreams? As I looked into this situation about dreams and how they come into fruition, I thought to myself, what is the best way that I can present my idea to you in a video format? Because that's what I do for a living. I'm a video producer. I send videos all around the world. So I found a video that I really loved. It's from the movie Pursuit of Happiness. If you guys haven't seen that, I highly recommend you watch this movie. This is a clip with Will Smith where he talks about dreams and how important it is to chase our dream. So I've got it keyed up on a PC and a Mac. So if it's not exactly perfect, I apologize. But I just want to let you guys kind of get a feel for this. The audio's coming across through the Mac. The video's coming across through the PC. So it's a great opportunity for me to test my skills. So go ahead and hit yours.
Be about as good as I was. That's kind of the way it works, you know, and I was below average, you know, so you'll probably ultimately rank somewhere around there, you know, so really, you'll excel in a lot of things, just not this. I don't want you out here shooting this ball around all day and night, all right? All right? All right, go ahead. Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. Alright? You got a dream, you gotta protect it. People can't do something themselves, they want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
All right. How does that make you feel? Have any of you been there where you have a dream so big, so powerful, but you don't know how to share it with the world? Let me give you a story of what happened to me in my life. When I was 16 years old, I remember sitting at a table like this. My English teacher came out, and I was drawing a picture of a car. Sitting there at the table, looking out the window, seeing the cars drive by. My teacher asked me a question. She came up to me, she goes, "Scott, what are you doing? This has nothing to do with English." And I said, "I love cars." I remember that day, drawing that picture. I remember exactly what that truck looked like. I remember the color of it. I remember what it looked like. Fast forward 10 years, I accomplished that dream. I made that exact truck, the exact shell, the exact layout. And I won a first place trophy for that. And I think to myself, what helps people accomplish their dreams? And it comes up with three things. One is, like Will Smith says, it's the pursuit. You have to keep trying. You have to keep putting yourself out there. Putting yourself in front of people that help you, that can lead you, guide you, and mentor you. Number two, first thing you got to remember is it only matters to you that you accomplish it. You may have the naysayers. You may have the people who just don't care about your dream. You have to forget about them. You have to remember what's truly important to you and to stay focused. And three, probably the most important, is action. You have to do it. And not let people break you down. Not let people, like an English teacher, tell you, you need to focus on your English. I knew back then what I wanted to do with my life. I knew back then what was important to me. So if I can leave you with one thing, that would be this. Don't let anybody, and I mean anybody, steal your dream. Thank you.
Okay, just take a moment of silence to write down any notes you can for Scott.
Does that count so long?
All right.
Yeah, that's okay. It is.
The red light on?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Then, to make it easier, sometimes we can just hold on to these until you pass around your voting. Then it's just worked out easy in the past to let the vote counter be the one to get the comments separated out and give it. Either way works.
Sorry, I was a little confused. So these are actually notes that we're going to give the speaker?
Mhm.
Oh.
No, that's okay.
Well,
That works.
you can still have it.
That works.
I was taking notes on what he was speaking about.
Oh, and that's fine too, that's good.
Okay.
If everybody can stand, try to stand where the X is, then that way there you go. Perfect. Ah!
If you move, it'll be okay.
Okay, let's move on
Now you
to
get to see yourself. That's the fun part.
our next speaker, Keith, and your speech is
Your element.
Your Element. Your Element, let us welcome Keith.
So I've told stories here about my martial arts training before. Well, one time I was teaching two students what to do when you have multiple attackers, when two people are coming at you. I was working with my students, teaching them, okay, this is how you're going to go, and I was showing them how to defend against that. So I had these two guys come at me, and I was going to be the demonstration of what to do, how to defend that. One of them was emulous of air. He would strike fast, he would come in and hit a couple times really quick, pop out. He was very, very fast in the way that he did that. The other guy was a big, beefy guy. He was just like a grizzly bear. And when he would swing wide with a lot of power. I'd been hit by those punches before, right in the face. Only time I've ever seen stars is getting hit by him. He just had such a power behind him. And as they're coming up to get me, I see they're taking my training into account. The big bear of a guy, knowing he can take a beating, is stepping in first, trying to draw my attention. The other guy, the air guy, actually the more skilled of the two, he was a black belt in a previous style, so he knew what he was doing. He was going to come in and try to get behind me and take me down. Oh, I'm sitting there going, what am I going to do? I'm fighting an air guy, and I'm fighting this big bear, just like strong, earthy type guy. And I thought the only way I can get through this is if I am like fire. If I hit fast and I hit strong and take them out. So as they came up, I stood there for a second. When they got just close enough, they started to split. I pounced out and I just started wailing on the guy, the really, really skilled guy, the fast one. Hit him a couple times really hard and fast, took him down, stepped back, and the bear was just like, what do I do? That was the whole point of the exercise. I was trying to show him that I would do that. And I went in, finished him off, stepped back, and they're like, oh my gosh, totally in awe at what I was able to do. But the key is, when we studied in martial arts, a lot of what we would do is study elements. And the four basic elements: fire, wind, earth, and water. And we would try to emulate those and be like them, so that in any situation you could adapt to how it was going. If I'm fighting somebody who is a fiery person, I could learn, oh, I could go water against this person and use that to my advantage to get around their natural defenses. Well, the interesting thing is, as I've gone through life and moved into the personal development field, I had another mentor that explained to me, and she gave me this grand additional knowledge that these elements, fire, wind, earth, and water, are also applicable in life, almost in a personality sense. And she explained this as, look at these elements. Air, it's bouncy. It pops around quite a bit. Think of it as an idea person. This is somebody who likes to start projects, likes to come up with ideas. The water person, they're a little bit more soft and flowy. They're very into details. They like to fill information in and help projects in that way. The third person, the fire person, fire's fast and furious and it gets in. They like to complete. They like to get things done. And the last one, earth, strong, steadfast. Those people are the ones who hold the line. They seek for perfection. They're the ones that will go in and refine things. So if you look at it from a project standpoint, each of these 4 elements works into different parts of a process. Somebody comes up with an idea. Somebody then figures out the details, makes a plan of how to do that. Then somebody steps in, they complete the plan, they get it done, and then the last person is the one that comes in and finishes up. They look at what was working, what isn't, make the systems up, make it better. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I started to incorporate this into my teachings of how to actually help people find out what they are good at, what really was their natural skill. Another thing I learned about it is we are naturally drawn to one of these.